This is CBB Today, and we're back with game previews. We're going to hop straight into it. We have a loaded slate on Saturday. First, we're going to recap the two big games from Wednesday night. We had Arkansas defeating Louisville. This was a big win for Calipari's squad in the SEC versus ACC Challenge. They had a few close games against Duke and Michigan State, but they couldn't get over the hump. This is a big win, and it'll really help their resume come March when, I think they'll be safely in the field, but a big out-of-conference game like this will really help. We also had Minnesota defeating Indiana. This was at Minnesota. Big win for Nico Medved's squad. I don't think people were really expecting Minnesota to win this game. Right now they're picked to be towards the bottom of the Big Ten. Indiana recently got ranked. This is a big win, and maybe they can surprise some people. Maybe they can make a little run in the Big Ten, be on the bubble. This win will really help them to start conference play. So, two big wins from Arkansas and Minnesota, two pretty big upsets. Arkansas, granted, the game was in Fayetteville, but it's still a big win. Louisville's they're ranked 6th. They're easily a top 10 team in the country still. And yeah, two big wins. These wins will give these teams a lot of momentum moving forward into conference play. So those were the two big games from Wednesday night. Now we'll start previewing the games to come. We'll hop straight into it. This slate is crazy. It's absurd. We have a Friday night game between Kentucky and Gonzaga. It's in Nashville, so neutral. A little bit closer to Kentucky, just a little bit, but yeah. I can't stress this enough that how much Kentucky needs to win this game. Like, they've had so many opportunities to get that statement win. They just lost to UNC. They lost to Kansas at the lost to Michigan State at the Garden. They need a statement win. Mark Pope needs a statement win. They looked a little better against UNC. A lot of people were saying that in their previous games they looked uninspired. They looked like they weren't trying. Who knows what the case is. Gonzaga, obviously they got walloped by Michigan in the Championship of the Players Era tournament. I wouldn't think too much about that. Michigan's obviously one of the best teams in the country, and Gonzaga, the metrics still love them, analytics love them. They're at the top of KenPom. Obviously Graham Ike, Tyon Grant-Foster, Braden Huff, they'll be just fine. Jaden Quaintance for Kentucky is still questionable. He has not played yet this season. He's dealing with a knee injury. He is a projected top 10, top 12 pick. He is a monster on defense. He will really help Kentucky once he's back. And I think this is why I picked Kentucky at the top of the SEC, and I think I have them at 1 preseason. $22 million roster. Obviously, the way they're playing is concerning. I'm not going to be naive and say it's not concerning. I know fans in Lexington are getting a little restless. You could tell against UNC. They went 10 minutes in the second half, not of real time, of game time, without a field goal. That is worrisome. Once Quaintance is back, once they're fully healthy, if they're still looking like this, then I will be very worried. Very, very worried. For now, a little worried. Once Quaintance is back, I think they'll be just fine. He's a beast down low. Yeah, Kentucky needs this game. They need this game. Gonzaga needs it too, because playing in the West Coast Conference, we all know this, they need to win as many non-conference games as they can to get that 1 or 2 seed out west come March. So this is a very big game for both teams. For a December game, this game has very high stakes. If I had to pick, I'm going Gonzaga. I trust Mark Few. I trust Graham Ike. They have the experience. Adam Miller's 5th year. Graham Ike's been there. Tyon Grant-Foster, we all know he's 25. They have guys. They have dudes. So does Kentucky. So we'll see. This should be a good one. I think Gonzaga will be favored by maybe 3.5, 4 points, something around there. I like Gonzaga to win. I would not be surprised if Kentucky just figures it out. I think they're this close to just figuring it out, and it's only a matter of time. So we'll see. This is a nice game to have on a Friday night with all the great games we have on Saturday. and we'll hop straight into those games on Saturday. First game we'll talk about, Iowa State at Purdue at Mackey. So a true road game for Iowa State. This game, Taman Lipsey versus Braden Smith. It's like, that's as good as it gets for a point guard battle. I was saying the other day, Jeremy Fears against Bennett Sturts is as good as it gets with like pure like quarterbacks of their offense. This is better than that. Like Braden Smith is the best point guard in the country. I think that's without a doubt. He is closing in on the Big Ten assist record. He might, if he can average, I think it's a little over 10 assists a game, he could pass Hurley's record. We'll see. Iowa State, they're going to need a big game from Milan Momcilovic. He has been shooting the lights out. Josh Jefferson looks like he's taken such a big step. He looks like he's one of the best players in the Big 12 or the country. He's looked that good. Obviously, you have Blake Buchanan, who's a nice glue guy. Freshman Killian Torres looked very good, especially when Taman Lipsey missed a few games out in Vegas. He stepped up. So this Iowa State team, although they lost a few guys this past offseason, they looked like they reloaded a bit, but also just had guys that are stepping up. They're ranked 10 right now. I think they're more like a top 7-8 team in the country. Like, they're really good. Obviously, we know about Purdue, number 1 team. Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, Trey Kaufman-Renn has been a beast to start. Oscar Clough. This is going to be a great matchup. I think Purdue will be favored by probably 5.5, 6 points just because of the home court. I think if this game's on a neutral court, it's like a 2-point spread. And yeah, I'm going to go with Iowa State. I think there's going to be chaos on Saturday with the amount of just absurd matchups we have. I'm going to take Iowa State. I'm in love with this team. I love Lipsey. I love Momcilovic. Josh Jefferson. I just love them. I'm going to go with the upset. Purdue's looked good. They killed Texas Tech in the Baja Championship. But I think they can look a little better, which is crazy to say because they're undefeated. But I don't know. I like Iowa State in this. I could be wrong. This could age terribly. We'll see. That game's at noon. Kick off the day. And then another game at noon. Number 4 Duke at number 7 Michigan State. 2 of college basketball's best programs, most storied programs, 2 blue bloods. This is at the Breslin Center. This is a true home game for Michigan State. That place will be packed. It'll be filled to the brim. Like, you will not... The fans will be standing the whole game. It will be crazy. Obviously, Duke has Cam Boozer, Isaiah Evans. Cam Boozer's looked great. He's looked great. I saw people talking about, and an NBA executive actually said, that against real, bigs, good bigs, he kind of hasn't been that good, which I don't think is the case. And they were basically saying how he's, kind of picking on worse competition. I mean, look, he had 29 points against Florida, against the best front court in the country. That's all I have to say about that. Isaiah Evans, you know his confidence is there. He was 0 for 7 from 3 against Florida and then hits the go-ahead 3 to win the game for Duke. If he's on, Duke will be a problem. Caleb Foster needs to play a little better. He's going to have a big matchup. Like, when you're guarding Jeremy Fears, Jeremy Fears, he will distribute the ball, he will get in the lane, he will draw fouls. You're not going to be able to stop him, but try and contain him. That's what I want to see out of Caleb Foster. I don't really care what he does on the offensive end, but contain Fears on the defensive end, and I think John Shire would be thrilled. I think all Duke fans would be thrilled. Michigan State, obviously Fears I just talked about. Jackson Kohler, obviously Cohen Carr has an absurd dunk every single game. Kurtang, they are deep. I was worried about them going into the year because I said, what you're going to get out of, your top 4 guys, but who's going to give you stuff after that? I'm officially not worried about them. I have already admitted I'm wrong about Michigan State. They are that good. My prediction, Michigan State. Michigan State, although they're ranked lower, they will be favored in this game. I think they'll be favored by, 4 points, too. They have a very good home court advantage. They've been playing lights out. They look like one of the. I have them in my second tier of teams right now, which is still like very high. Like my first tier has like 3 teams. So you win this game, you can move up to that first tier. I think they will win this game. And I honestly don't know if it'll be that close. Like I when I say that close, I could see Michigan State winning this by 8, 9, 10 points. I don't know. I think Izzo's going to have a good plan in place to stop Cam Boozer. And I think if you stop Cam Boozer, like you're going to win. Like I think it's that simple. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that game's at noon as well. So we have Iowa State and Purdue at noon and Duke and Michigan State at noon. It's like those are 4 top 10 teams in the country playing at the same time. So you got to find a way to multi-screen, watch both of those at the same time. Yeah, Michigan State's my prediction for that. Third game, number 6 Louisville versus number 22 Indiana. This game is at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, so it's a de facto home game for Indiana. I think, like, when it comes down to it in March, this will be considered almost like a home game for Indiana. I know the committee looks at it a little weird. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but this is like when Arizona played UCLA at the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles. It's kind of like that. Like, I'm calling that a home game. Or like when Illinois played Bama in Chicago. Like, it's technically neutral, but that place will be filled with Indiana fans. And they have that game, and then Indiana's football team is playing Ohio State in the Big Ten Championship right down the road at Lucas Oil. So I think there will be a large amount of people that go to this game and then go out to the bars in between and then make the walk over to Lucas Oil and watch Indiana potentially win the Big Ten Championship. So, yeah, I mean, Louisville, we know their guard play is out of this world. Mikel Brown Jr. is a projected top 5 pick. Ryan Conwell is one of the best veteran guards in the country. I love his game so much. I've talked about him extensively. Indiana, you got Tucker DeVries, Lamar Wilkerson. Kind of, it's a new team. They're still, I mentioned how they lost to Minnesota. I'm not too worried about Indiana. I think they're really good this year. This will be a good one. They're both these teams are coming off a loss. If I had to pick one, I'm taking Louisville. I'm taking the guard play. I'm taking Pat Kelsey. And yeah, I think this will be a very close game, though. I think this will be a fun game, and I'm looking forward to it. Next game we're going to talk about, number 14 Illinois versus number 13 Tennessee. This game's in Nashville. It's at the same venue as Gonzaga, Kentucky, which will be the prior night. But yeah, again, both these teams coming off a loss. Illinois lost to UConn at the Garden last Friday. Tennessee just lost to Syracuse at Syracuse. I've said it. We all know it's very hard to win on the road in college basketball. Everyone knows that. That's why I'm not worried about Tennessee. And Illinois, I was very high on them to start the year. I'm still very high on them. Sometimes their offense is so stagnant and it's so like ISO driven that it's like they have arguably a top 5 most talented team. If you're just looking at talent and like ball, like dudes that can put the ball in the basket, they have like a top 5 most talented team in the country. They just need to put it together. Like if they can play their best, and this has been a common theme with Brad Underwood teams. Their offense sometimes just looks like dead, and that can be an issue, and it will be an issue against Tennessee if that's the case. Obviously, Tennessee, you have Nate Ament, projected top 5 pick. Jacoby Gillespie looked great in Vegas. Struggled a little bit against Syracuse. I'm not worried about him. Jalen Carey looked great. He had 22 and 9 the other day. Bishop Boswell has been a great defender for them. And then Illinois, Kylan Boswell. You got Andrei Stojakovic, Tomislav Ivicic, David Mirkovic. Hummercaps is a great 3-and-D guy. Like, there's so much talent in this game. I think this is such a good matchup. My prediction right now is whichever team does win, it's by less than 5 points. I don't know if that's like that bold of a prediction, but this game will be so good. It's so fun. I'm high on both these teams. I talked about it. I had Illinois finishing 2nd in the Big Ten, Tennessee finishing 3rd in the SEC. I am sticking to those claims, even though I don't want to with Illinois. I kind of want to have them third now in the Big Ten, but I'm going to stick to it. Prediction, I'm taking Illinois. I'm taking Kylan Boswell. I'm taking Andrei Stojakovic. I'm taking Brad Underwood. I am sticking to my guns here. I love Illinois. I don't know why. Like, I'm not a fan of them. I'm so high on them. And I hope that doesn't bite me, but we'll see. That game will be good. Moving on, we have number 20 Auburn at number 2 Arizona. This game's at McHale Center, true home game. Obviously, we know Auburn has Tahad Pettiford, Keyshawn Hall. It's funny, in Vegas, Bruce Pearl said Tahad Pettiford is the pound-for-pound best player in college basketball. I love Tahad Pettiford. I love him more than the next guy. From Jersey. Like, I love him. He's not even like close to the pound-for-pound best player in college basketball. He is a great player. Bruce Pearl. I get it. It's his old coach, all that. No. We're not doing that. You got Keyshawn Hall, Arizona. I mean, we've talked about them a lot. Jaden Bradley, Koa Pete, Awaka down low. You got Krivas down low. Their X factor, I've talked about it time and time again. It's Braden Burries, the 5-star freshman. He's looked good recently against some lesser teams. You want to see it, like against UCLA, UConn, and Florida. He was just a non-factor, and they're still winning those games, which is scary. You know, I think if they can get more out of him, if he can give them 12 points a night, give them a few assists, some boards, some steals, they, like, as good as they've played and as high as they're ranked, I'm still not, like, I don't know, they still worry me a bit. So, yeah, Auburn's looking to build off back-to-back wins. They beat St. John's in Vegas, and then they beat NC State in the ACC-SEC Challenge a few nights ago. And yeah, Arizona's looking for their 4th top 20 win, and we are a month into the season. So that's pretty crazy. The first 3 were away from home. Arizona will probably be favored by like 7.5, 8 in this, just because it's at home. Like, I think neutral, they're favored by 4, around there. I'm going to take Arizona in this, but I'm not surprised if Auburn pulls it off. They've been playing better. They look like they feel comfortable again. And I wouldn't, like, Arizona's going to lose eventually. I don't think anyone would have picked them to go undefeated in their out-of-conference schedule. And granted, they still have a few more games after this that are, like, they play Alabama, they play San Diego State. I would not be surprised if Auburn wins this game. I'm looking forward to this. This is kind of like the nightcap. It's at 10 o'clock Eastern. So we have all these great games during the day, and then to finish it off, we'll have Arizona and Auburn. So that'll be a good one. I'll take Arizona, but keep an eye on that one. And yeah, that'll do it. I want to know what games you guys are most excited for. If I had to pick mine, probably Iowa State Purdue, just because, like, the star power in that game, the point guard matchup. It's just that's the type of game, like, that's why we watch college basketball. That'll have an Elite Eight feel to it. It'll have a Final Four feel to it. Both those teams are more than capable of winning the whole thing. So, yeah, I would expect chaos on Saturday. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Friday night is, that's Gonzaga, Kentucky. That'll get us started. And then you wake up, get your coffee, get your breakfast, and then you can sit on your couch all day. You can go to the bars, watch the games, do whatever you need to do. And yeah, let me know what you guys would have liked to see next. I'll definitely recap all these games on Sunday. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about players, all that. Yeah, and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps the channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. CBB Today. Peace.